What's happening, guys? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Bowler X Pro Shop and Training Center here inside Waterford Lanes, where today we're going to take that new ball by Ebonite out, the One, which is actually the remix of the One. And it does have that stronger layout. It's 25 by 4.5 by 45. So we're going to see if this thing can get going through the pins. Not really sure what to expect. I never had an original One back in the day. It was probably the most popular ball that Ebonite ever came out with, the most successful ball on tour as far as the Ebonite balls go. I think, I could be wrong, but watching guys like Tommy Jones win probably 8 times in 2 years with it was pretty sick. It looked pretty good for him. And I watched a few reviews, some of the guys that, some of the staffers that have already had it. It looked really good for them. So we're going to take it out here. I got a typical 44-foot lead condition, and it is fresh, so we should be able to see some good motion down lane. But I'm going to take it out here, and we're going to see what it's got here in a minute. Stay tuned.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you'd want more of a live voice when I'm throwing shots and stuff, and I will get back to that, but this group of videos, this is the last one with this. I just didn't have everything set up with me, so we're doing it this way so that way we can get these reviews out. I know a lot of people wanted to see them, and it's another one where apparently I didn't find... I guess when I'm recording this one, these were recorded with my phone. I have the new iPhone... the 13 or whatever with all the extra cameras and stuff, so the view and the camera picture is really good, but you got to do something specific to get it to lock on the tracking where the so the focus doesn't go in and out like it does, because it keeps trying to pick up my legs versus the ball and all that stuff. So sorry about that. The next ones will be better, I promise. But this ball is one of the ones that I'm going to give you a little bit of what I see here. Oh, Randy, come on, man. Dang, can't even get the 8 out. That's ridiculous. But this is one of those balls that I used a little bit in the regional this weekend as well, and I used it quite a bit. It looked really good. And if I'm being honest with you, this ball it showed so much resemblance of like 900 Global's Zen, the original Zen. But if anything, this was actually a little bit stronger than the Zen. It picked up a little bit more, probably because of the asymmetric cover, asymmetric core. Now, these shots were a little weird to me. And again, remember, these were the first few shots. I think this is one of those balls, again, that gets better and better as the games go on, or as you get games on it. Because when I got it to that regional and I used it in practice and in games there, it just got stronger and stronger and better down lane. And you see a few shots here where it just looks like, okay, I washed out there, I changed my hand a little bit here, and I wash out again, and that's when I'm like, okay, you can see how much more rounded that one is, and it still does basically the exact same thing. And I know a lot of you are going to watch this and be like, ooh, this ball sucks, it doesn't hook, and that's just not the case, so be careful. I honestly really believe this ball is something special. This ball is really good, because it did get better and better as I go on, as I was using it. Even outside after this review is what I'm saying. In this review, I actually had to slow down quite a bit to get it to come around the corner, and it did look really good. I used this ball in, so I slow down a little bit there and don't throw it as far right, and it goes through the pins perfect. But I used this one in league. I started bowling league on Thursday night. I'm not a league guy, so I used it in league games 2 and 3, and I bowled 249, 278 the last 2 with it. And I even had the guys I was bowling with, I was like, oh, I don't know if this ball's any good. And then I kept throwing it, and it looked better and better. Oh, yeah, by the way, hit that subscribe button for me, would you? Real quick, just down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And hit the notification bell so that way you get notified every time every time a review or a video comes through. So, but you can see those last few shots with this looked way better, and it picked up so much better. Once I got a little bit slower and shut my angle down a little bit, it got a whole lot better. So I promise you, this ball is definitely going to be worth the money there. And you don't hear me say that very often. You know, pro shops who are watching this, that like this is a ball that is going to look really good on the shelf. It's such a good looking ball. It reminds me exactly of the original one as far as what I saw people when they threw it, how the ball reaction was versus what it is now. That's exactly what it looks like to me. And I know the people that threw the original one, you're going to have, you know, a little bit more opinion on it than I will, because I never threw the original one or even the last remake of it. So I'm not really sure. I know I didn't hear anybody really say anything good about the remake in that last batch that they did. But I can tell you, yeah, that one I really circled and slowed down, and it got jolted through the face. So you can definitely see good ball reaction out of this ball. It's clean through the front. Just as clean as the Zen, but I think this ball actually picks up a little bit more. So I am going to do a review with this ball and the Zen together so you guys can kind of see them. And I know you're going to say it's not really a fair comparison because one's asymmetric versus symmetric, but when people are looking for bowling balls to match up with each other, you can see, that was flat 10, gross.
All right, there you go. So there is the One by Ebonite, the new remix for the One. And as you can see, for me, it seemed like it was very speed sensitive. It didn't want to pick up with higher speed. It wanted to just kind of float through there. That cleaner cover was something else. So we're gonna have to beware of this one. Definitely was pretty good once I got my speed slowed down. You could get it to read the back of the lane really nice. But again, it took slowing down for me to get it to go around the corner. And you saw it was really good with higher speeds playing near the friction. So this is definitely a ball that's gonna like the friction, not so much that oil. It might be a lot like that Iron Forge, you know, it might be a little bit allergic to oil unless you really slow it down and get it to the dry. We're not really sure yet. I might try touching it with a pad and see what happens, see if we can't take some of that shine off and get it to be less speed sensitive, but then it's going to be less strong off of the friction overall. So it should smooth it out, which would be a good thing anyway. For me, on a lot of the tougher patterns, that's what we're looking for. So that's all I got for you. Make sure to hit that link in the description. If you want to get one of these for yourself, you can pre-order it or come up here to Bowler X Pro Shop and Training Center and I'll get one for you as well. But until next time, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. Take care.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.